Hey y'all, welcome to my mess. Thought I would do a small tutorial here on how to change the wheels on a Johnny Lightning car. Those can be sometimes challenging because of the way that they mount the wheels in the car. They bend the die cast over a little bit and makes it hard to get them out. Anyway, we're going to start with this. I decided, I don't know if you guys have seen my other videos, but I bought this Torino a while back. And I have since decided I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to keep it because I think it's a real nice car. The only problem is it has emballed plastic tires. The rims aren't that bad. See if I can get it to focus in a little bit here. But anyway, the rims are really not that bad, but I don't like those cheap plastic tires. So we are going to take them off and put some rubber tires on them. Don't want to upset anybody, any of my Mopar friends, but this is going to be the donor car. This got the real rubber tires on it, and it's got decent rims. They're a little blacked out, but they got chrome beauty rings. I kind of like that. So what we're going to do here is obviously pop the rivets out. There's one in the front and one in the back, which I've already done. And then see if I can get close up to see if I can get something to point here with. You can see what I'm doing. So right here they got this tab and this tab here. That's what holds the axle in. And then they do the same on the back to put a tab here and a tab here. What I use, I have an engraving tool. I'm probably never going to get this to focus in. But anyway, it's an engraving tool. It's a metal bit from a Dremel. Like I said, it's made for engraving. But if you want to use this bit for die cast, it works pretty good. It'll grind a hole. You can drill a hole through die cast with this thing. It's pretty tough. So you just take that and you grind these off. Now, another thing you can do is, I am not saving these tires for anything. Like I said, they're cheap, they're plastic, I have no use for them. So we're going to cheat a little bit here. Since, like I said, I'm not saving these tires. So I'm just going to bring my snips up here. And I'm going to cut that tire off, pull it out, push this side through so I can get my snips in there. So I've got one side's tight, the other one's not. I can get my snips in there, cut the axle, pop that off. So now that does leave the rivets on there. So if I want to put another set of wheels on here, what I have to do is I have to grind those rivets off of there. So what I'm going to do with those is take my cutting wheel on my Dremel, see how thin that is, and that will cut a slot in those tabs and will allow me to drop my new set of shafts or axles on here. So I'll show you on this Dodge. What I did with the Dodge is I've already done that. I've already got the wheels off. You really got to be careful with that engraver because it will eat through the metal of your other shafts that you want to use. So you want to be careful with that. You can see I nicked it up a little bit, but I didn't cut through it. It'll still be fine. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to glue this down. And then once we grind the opening so that the shafts will fit in there, we just have to glue them down, and you'll never know that it was done after you put it all back together. Give me a second here, and I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so now I have taken my Dremel with the cutting wheel. I don't know if you can see the shinier part now where I took the cutting wheel through there. I cut the tabs off. So now you just drop in your new axle. Now you're going to have to glue this new axle in, so you're going to want to make sure you center it before you glue it down. This way you don't end up with one wheel sticking out of one side and the other wheel not sticking out right. So before you glue this on here, you want to make sure it's completely centered. And then you'll want to do that to the front and the back. Let me put the backs on here. And then you stick the car back together. You'll want to leave this, you'll want to glue the tires to the chassis. Leave that set for a few hours, and then you can glue the chassis back to the car. But I think those are going to look pretty sweet on there. What do y'all think? That's how easy it is to change the tires on an old Johnny Lightning. Update here on one of my Chevy trucks that I was working on. Thought about making a bush fire truck or something out of this. So I've already got a push bar on it, got a light bar on it I put on there, got mirrors on it. I already got the tires on there. It's all jacked up and ready to go. I bought an entire tote full of HO scale semi trucks and a whole bunch of other accessories. And I believe this is more of a fuel tank because of the way it's got the pump and everything on there. But who says we can't make it a water tank or whatever tank we want it to be? I'll also changed the front bumper and put a bumper on here that has a winch. Probably should try to do a little detail painting to that so it pops out a little bit. Kind of lose it in all that chrome. As you can see, I got the push bar on there. That's why the push bar sits so far out away from the front of the truck, because of the winch. This push bar, I don't know if you can tell it's tweaked a little bit. I didn't realize that it was tweaked until I went to put it on here. So I bent it back a little bit so it's not quite straight. As you can see, it looks like it's crooked, but it's just to one side. Turn it around to this side and it's nice and straight like it should be. So that's okay. Just looks like she's been used and abused a little bit. The light bar, it's a little bit big, but you know, it is what it is. So that's what we got with this truck. All right. I'm working on this one. The axles, I showed you the other day in the video. The axles are just a little bit short, so I'm going to lengthen those, and then I should be able to put her back together. Also, I want to throw a quick shout out to Lewis, who bought my Fall Guy Jr. truck. So thank you, Lewis. That'll be shipped out here probably tomorrow. And then Richie bought my 79 Ford, which I've already shipped that. And Joel bought my Monte Carlo. I've already shipped that. I don't know if any of those guys are actual viewers or not, but I have more of the 79 Fords coming if anybody's still interested. I know JR Customs wants one. So I'm going to build him one. And then I'm going to have some more that I may do differently, but we'll see what happens. So, all right, y'all have a good day. Bye.